You want to transform your life. So, you try to wake up at 5 a.m., take a cold shower, read a book, and meditate all on the same day. But by Wednesday, you quit. You feel weak. Ow, but you are not weak. You are just carrying too much weight. If you want to build habits that actually last, you only need one. Stay with me until the end. There was a young man named Leo. He lived near a quiet field where the ground was dry and the wind moved slowly through the grass. Every day he looked at his small house and felt something was missing. He wanted strength. He wanted protection. So he decided to build a strong stone wall around his home. On the first morning, Leo woke up early. The air was still cold. The ground felt hard under his feet. He walked to the pile of stones nearby. They were large, rough, and heavy. Leo looked at them and thought, "If I work fast, I can finish this wall quickly." So he bent down, picked up one stone, then another, until his arms were full. 5 heavy stones pressed against his chest. He took a step, then another. By the third step, his arms began to shake. His breath became short. The stones slipped, and suddenly, they all fell. One by one, they crashed into the dirt. The sound was loud, final. Leo stood there, frozen. Then slowly, he sat down. His hands were empty. His chest felt tight. "I am not strong enough," he whispered. From a distance, an old builder had been watching. He walked toward Leo, slowly without noise. His face was calm, like he had seen this before. He did not speak at first. He simply bent down and removed 4 stones from the ground. Then he picked up one single stone and placed it gently into Leo's hands. "Carry this one," he said. Leo looked confused. "Just one?" he asked. The old man nodded. "Just one, but carry it every day." Leo looked at the stone. It was still heavy, but now it felt possible. He stood up. This time, his arms did not shake. He took a step, then another, and this time, he did not drop it. My friend, this story is about you. You are not failing because you are lazy. You are failing because you are carrying too many stones at once. Many people try to change everything in 1 week. They try to eat perfectly, wake up early, exercise every day, read more, drink more water, all at the same time. At first it feels exciting, but after a few days, something changes. Your energy drops. Your mind feels tired, and slowly, everything falls apart, just like Leo's stones. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you started a big routine and quit after 3 days? Now look at this in a different way. There are 2 people. Person A tries to fix everything. He controls his diet, forces himself to run, pushes to read every night. But inside, he feels heavy, like he is holding too much. After a short time, he stops. Person B chooses only one thing. He focuses on sleeping 8 hours every night. That's all. At first, it feels small, almost too simple. But after a few days, something quiet begins to change. His body feels more rested, so he wakes up with more energy. Because he has energy, he moves more during the day. Because he moves more, he feels better. And without forcing it, he starts eating better too. Do you see the difference? One person is pushing many stones, the other is carrying just one, but every day. For many people, this one stone is a simple morning walk, not a hard run, not a long routine, just walking, 30 minutes, quiet steps, fresh air. It wakes up the body, it clears the mind. And slowly, other good habits begin to follow. So the real question is not, how can I change my whole life? The real question is, what is the one stone I can carry every day? Take a moment. What is your one stone? Let's go back to Leo. On the second day, he carried one stone again. Same path, same slow steps. It was not exciting, no big change, no fast result. Just one stone placed on the ground. Then the third day came, and something small but important began to happen. His body remembered. His hands knew the weight. His steps felt more stable. He did not need to think so much. He just did it. Now look at your life. When you complete one small habit, your mind feels a quiet win. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. And your brain starts to say, maybe I can do one more. This is how change really grows. Not from pressure, but from momentum. Let me show you two paths again. Person A forces himself to do 5 habits. He finishes none. At the end of the day, he feels like he failed. So the next day, he does nothing. Person B finishes one small habit. Just one. At the end of the day, he feels a small sense of control. So the next day, he repeats it. Then something interesting happens. Because he already started the day well, he makes one better choice later. Maybe he drinks water instead of soda. Maybe he goes to bed a little earlier, not because he forced it, but because his mind wants to continue the pattern. This is the domino effect. One small action touches the next, and the next, and the next. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that when you start your morning well, the rest of the day feels easier? And when your morning feels heavy, everything else feels harder? This is not an accident. It is a chain. And it always starts with the first stone. So don't chase 10 habits. Just protect the first win. Because when one stone moves, the others begin to follow. Now look at Leo again. Days passed, then weeks. Each morning he picked up one stone and placed it on the wall. Some days the wind was cold. Some days his body felt tired, and some days he did not feel like doing it at all. But he still carried one stone, not 5, not 10, just one. And because of that, the wall slowly began to rise. Not fast, not impressive, but steady. This is the part most people miss. They think progress must feel strong, but real progress feels quiet. Let me show you the difference again. Person A feels motivated, so he runs hard for 1 hour. The next day he feels pain. His body is sore, so he stops for 3 days, then a week. Then he quits. Person B does something very small. He walks for 2 minutes. Yes, just 2 minutes. It feels almost too easy, but he does it every single day. No break, no excuse. And something powerful happens. He builds a streak, a chain of days that stays unbroken. And the longer the chain grows, the harder it becomes to stop. Not because of pressure, but because it becomes part of who he is. So here is the rule. Do not focus on intensity. Focus on continuity, even on your worst day. Carry one stone, even if it feels small. Even if it feels slow. Because missing one day is how the wall stops growing. Let me ask you one last question. Are you trying to be strong for 1 day or consistent for 1 year? Because those are 2 very different lives. Look at your life right now. What are the stones you are trying to carry, and which one can you finally put down today? Choose your one stone. Carry it tomorrow morning, then the next day, and just keep going. If this story made you pause for a moment, drop a comment below and tell me, what is your one stone? And if you know someone who feels tired from trying too much, share this with them. Sometimes people don't need more strength. They just need less weight.